Here are 10 upcoming Hollywood movies that any self-respecting movie buff needs to have on his or her watch list for 2021. If you loved Godzilla, King of the Monsters, Kong Skull Island, Peter Jackson's King Kong, the 1998 Godzilla, the original 1933 stop-motion King Kong, the Japanese Toho classic, or monster movies in general, then it doesn't get bigger than Godzilla vs. Kong. Venom was a surprisingly well-made and extremely cool superhero movie, with Tom Hardy fitting the role like a snugly made glove. Fingers crossed that Venom 2 is more of the same. This may be looking like a Jumanji ripoff, and it even stars Dwayne Johnson, but when you have The Rock saving people trapped in the middle of the jungle and Emily Blunt keeping him company, you don't mind strapping in for the ride, do you? Paranormal horror movies don't get bigger than the Conjuring universe, and even though the spin-offs haven't been as good as the original franchise, the fact that The Conjuring 3 is hitting screens next year augments our excitement for another spookfest. Another film that had to wait a year due to lockdown and a subsequent scant turnout in theaters, the 9th installment of the Vin Diesel and John Cena's Fast and the Furious franchise, is being eagerly awaited by action junkies the world over. The sleeper hit Tremors-themed creature feature is another one that's been delayed an entire year, but that hasn't dampened the spirits one bit of all those who dug the 2018 sleeper super hit. One more added to the list of movies we had to wait for due to the coronavirus pandemic, but rest assured that when James Bond comes knocking, especially when it's Daniel Craig's last outing as Bond, everybody will queue up outside the cinema halls. Well, if it's safe to queue up. The Kingsman franchise has been like a breath of fresh air for those looking for more subversive action films in a throng of superhero films or more hardcore stuff, and the delay due to the pandemic has made it all the more tantalizing. Tom Cruise returns to the role that made him an international superstar in a sequel 24 years in the making. Need we say more? After the horrid 2016 reboot, Ghostbusters returns to its roots as an official third part of the beloved franchise, especially the first entry in 1984. With both Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd set to reprise their roles alongside new cast members Paul Rudd, Carrie Coon, and Stranger Things' Finn Wolfhard.